Alright, so today we're working on this minkota ultera, and it's a self-deploying system. But if you take off these screws on the top here, there's just a few on the top. You can pop this off, and underneath you're going to find a little motor that runs it. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this right here, all these little black spots on there. So, as you can see, it's like pretty dirty in there. I'm trying to get all this stuff out. See all this little black stuff that just fell up on the bottom there? All this stuff was floating around in there, and I'm having a problem where when I deploy the motor, it seems like it's getting stuck at the deployment, and then if I pull it by hand, it gets it going just enough to where it moves. So I took it apart because I want to see why it's having a hard time. And I'm not saying that this is the smart way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it. A little tiny brake clean in there to clean this off, and try to get in there and get this stuff out of there, because as you can see, this thing stops autofocusing. Every time I run it through there, look at all that stuff that I'm pulling out of there. And it was even worse than that before I sprayed it. I should have left it and not sprayed it with the brake clean, because before I sprayed it, you can still see how dirty it is. I think I'm gonna grab a toothbrush and just really get in there and clean it with a toothbrush. But yeah, it's kind of cool. If you want to see how that thing actually deploys, go ahead and mess with it for you a little bit. See that? There. That's what drives the motor to go up and down, up and down. And it looks like already, honestly, from me just cleaning it, it actually seems like it's working a lot better just already. So when I watched a couple Minkota videos to go ahead and clean the shaft with a non-silicone cleaner, because it did look like it was a little bit, like it goes right in here, so it did look like it was a little dirty, like the shaft was black, and the dirt that was on it, the grime, I went ahead and hit it with also brake clean and just cleaned the shaft really well, and then they said to use a non-silicone based lubricant to go ahead and lube it up. That way it slides nice and smooth, and I did, and it did actually help, because it did seem like it was pretty bad. But I think the motor, more than anything, that little guy spinning in there was probably more or less the issue, because it seems like now that I cleaned it, it's actually working a lot better. So I'm gonna continue to clean it and try to get everything out of there. And the crazy thing is, when I look in here, there's silicone that they used to glue the motor together, and it looks like some of that silicone actually came off and it fell inside of that little motor and gunked it up as well. So I think that's part of what's in it that's jamming it up a little bit. That's from the manufacturer. So just a little something, something extra to check in case you're having issues like I am. I just got the thing and it's been great. It does really well. It's a 24-volt system. It does really well in the pitch of sound. So far, my next step is to use it for squidding. I haven't really got a chance to go out and do it, but I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow, so I don't want any issues with it when I'm out in the water. So that's where we're at. So we'll see if that worked, and thanks for watching. I wish I would have recorded it when it was getting stuck, but now it's just smooth, right? Now watch, I'll deploy it. No problems.